evening, guys. Welcome to our first Queens of the Cannon and Arsenal Women Chat Show collab show. Tonight, obviously, I'm joined by a wonderful panel and my co-host, George. I'll start by introducing. How you doing, George, mate?
No, I'm good, mate. I like that. I like the intro, mate. It sounds like Darren on the back of the North Bank at Meadow Park, to be honest. I don't know if it's the high pitch bit or the drum playing, so I've got to work that one out. But yeah, no, all good, mate. How are you?
Yep, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. We're all ready for Saturday.
Yeah, buzzing, mate. Buzzing, mate. I can't wait for the game that I'm going to miss and basically have to stand outside during the end of the second half. It's good.
Lovely. It's better than making me miss a whole game, thanks to your brother. But anyways, that's another story. Laura, how are you doing?
I'm good, buddy. As I said, I'm a bit tired, but looking forward to Saturday, getting a few things organised to take the flight on Friday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing people there.
Excellent. And I was just about to introduce Jack, but he's having a few internet issues, so he's popped off. So when he comes back, I'll reintroduce him.
He's too excited because Grimsby won a game with an elite player.
So instead, we have Mike as well. How you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. So myself and my daughter, both season ticket holders, and we're in Block 9. So we'll be at the North Bank end, the Emirates, and really looking forward to it. It's one of those community things, isn't it, where you're kind of discovering who's come back to the same seats next year. So I've got a few numbers for people around us, and I know a couple of people who are definitely coming back, but it'll be a bit of an unknown to see. I hope we got some lovely people around us, and we generally have. It was really nice. But we're in Block 9, so we're not next to all the noisy. I'm going to swear. All the noisy lot in Block 10. That's where the supporters club are, right?
Yeah.
We do apologise, Mike.
Oh, I don't. I'm obnoxious, loud. I don't care.
And so we're close enough we can hear you and sing along, but we're not right in with you. Block 9. So
and just I think Jack has rejoined us. Are you back, Jack?
Without the video, I think.
Without the video.
We're going to give that a go this time. Yeah, probably would, to be fair. No difference to me, but an improvement to everyone else.
Just want to welcome you onto the show, mate. And how are you doing? Looking forward to Saturday?
Yeah, looking forward to the start of the season. I think it's due. It's ready. And yeah, looking forward to it. I've been milking the Leah Volti stuff a little bit. I can't lie. That one's hit a bit deep, a bit hard. But
unbelievable, Jack.
We'll definitely be talking about that a little bit later in the show, believe me. And just want to say a couple of hellos. Catherine in the chat. How you doing, Catherine? She is ready for Saturday, but unfortunately she's stuck at work at the moment. We have James Patterson in as well.
That's a divorcee.
Evening. Charles Xavier's in as well. Head of the X-Men. How you doing, mate? James is saying here, we are a very quiet bunch, never make a lot of noise. So
that's because I can't understand what he's saying. That's right.
So no, just want to touch on before we get into the show that this is the first sort of collab that me and George are going to be doing with both channels working together to bring you content, and that's going to include match day experiences. It's also going to include watch-alongs, which the first one is on Saturday, which I'm hosting. So any of you guys, if you're not at the game, you can join me on stream and watch along with me, as well as the chat. You're more than welcome. Just give me a shout out. But no, George, did you want to touch on anything about the collabs we're going to be doing through the course of the season?
Yeah, can do. So we're going to be doing a lot of, obviously, Arsenal women orientated stuff, obviously, because we're champions of Europe, Gav, just in case you're watching. Not Chelsea. And so we're going to be doing a lot of, we've got our own fantasy football league that's going to be set up. And I'm happy about it now because now they've made it accessible and I can use the website and I haven't got to ask my partner to pick my team. And she's like, oh, who's this person? Like, she knows nothing about football. Love her to bits, but she knows nothing. Bit like Darren. But she doesn't know. Like, trying to work out. So it's quite funny. So for those who don't know, we're both visually impaired. So she's reading out the first name of these players and I do not have a clue who they are. Like she's saying, who's Annabelle? Well, I don't bloody know, do I? Like, So yeah, so that's
Poor
been
George,
fun.
you
So
should
we've
know
got
who
that.
Stina is by now.
Yeah, I should do. There's only one Stina, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say you could comment as who's this person if you cast your eye down a long list of people
Yeah.
the London City Lionesses have brought in, right? Because I was a quick
Yeah.
like because they're the opposition on Saturday, and I was like, who's that? I mean, they've got 14, 15 odd new players in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So yeah, so we've got that. Obviously there'll be a prize for at the end of the fantasy football season if you manage to win. So we'll mention more about that. We're doing prediction league. We're doing it a bit different than what we do on the Arsenal Women Chat Show. So Mel will be happy to hear about that. So we're going to do it WSL generally. So we've got that. Yeah. So obviously just hit that subscribe button on both channels. And we appreciate. And if anyone wants to actually get involved from the chat and want to come on the shows, like everyone's welcome. Look, we've got Jack, so everyone's welcome. So, yeah. So obviously we're going to go into talking about the game on Saturday. I'll start with you, Jack, in case your internet goes again. So obviously, first game of the season starts at the Emirates against London City Lionesses, aka Millwall. Just for Michelle, what's your views like going into that game? Like, are you confident?
Yeah, I'm confident. I think this season's going to be an interesting one. I think Renee's definitely seen what we all saw at the start of last season, and that wholesale changes are probably needed within the team due to the aging factor. And I think she's attempting to make them. Obviously, you can't do them all at once. It's taking time. And I think if there's a time to play London Lionesses, it's probably the first couple of games of the season before they become a settled team and probably quite a good team, I'd imagine, and the ambition they've shown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
For the first time, you're looking at. I'm sorry, I'll come in. But you're kind of looking at going, well, who's going to get relegated, right? Because you're not thinking that this mob are going to get relegated. It's going to be somebody else, right? And that's the first time for 2 or 3 seasons you're thinking, and you're looking around at some of the other clubs who were at bottom half last season, and who's going to go. So yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be an interesting one.
No, I agree with that. I think Lionesses will probably be more towards 5th, 6th, that sort of position. It's hard because they brought in so many players that they need time to gel as well, don't they?
I'll tell you what, though,
I'll come
George,
back
good
to you
on them.
anyway,
Good
Mike.
on them
So
for doing it.
yeah, go on. Yeah. Yeah, we needed some competition, didn't we? Like, let's be honest, like the top 4. Has he gone?
He's disappeared, yeah.
Yeah,
he's gone again, I think.
Yeah.
Bit like Italy in the Euros.
We've got Gav's in, by the way.
No,
George
still
is just
here,
saying we're
still
going to
here.
lose on Saturday.
He's still evening, Gav, from your own champions of Europe. Twice, mate. Like just twice. Don't know how many times Chelsea have done it. Just wondering. But I'll let you think on that while Kira's shopping in Sainsbury's, mate. So, Mike, I'll come to you. Obviously, we've made some signings, some decent signings. Like going forward for Saturday's game, do you see it kind of being a repeat of, say, like last season's lineup, or do you think we might see someone like Olivia Smith start?
Yeah, I'm glad you kept on going. Do I see it as a repeat of last year's start of the last season? I mean, Jack said it, didn't he? I mean, the first 2 or 3 games beginning of last season were so disappointing, just because everybody was coming at the Emirates going, right, if we can nick a point, this is going to be brilliant. We're going to sit back, defend, and we look at that. We look like we didn't have any ideas about how to unpick teams. This time round, yeah, some of the new signings. Don't forget, we got Chloe Kelly in permanently as part of that list. I mean, she's on that list. It's attack minded, isn't it? When you think about who we have brought in, of the ones I've been most excited of seeing so far, it's probably Taylor Hines though, rather than Olivia Smith. I mean, Taylor looked like she's more of a a plug and play player. You know what I mean? She looks like she's absolutely comfortable and happy straight in the team. From what I saw the warm up game at West Ham, I don't know what other people thought about Taylor Hines there. I think she potentially, a good buy. Whereas Olivia Smith, I don't know, she's got to grow into it a bit, hasn't she? Though she did look good against us last year when we in that Liverpool FA Cup game at Meadow Park. I don't want to remind people of that pain. No, that was painful. That was
glad
painful,
I couldn't see it.
Yeah, head in my hands with that one. But she did look good in that. Maybe that's the game where she earned a transfer in that one. But of all of them, I think Taylor Hines looks like the best bet. And I think probably we're going to go maybe different tactics, but a similar lineup to last year, the end of last year.
Yeah.
Particularly given that we've sent Michelle Agamang out on loan again, Rosa Kafaji shifted out on loan, and so on. So it looks like it's going to be a similar attacking lineup to how we finish, wouldn't it? We'd have Chloe Cayley down one side, Caitlin Ford probably down the other, Russo in the middle maybe as a starting lineup. But it's all about how we unpick the teams that are going to turn up at the Emirates and say we're going to defend.
Yeah.
I hope they all don't do that because that's going to make something really dull football. Right?
No, I agree. I was going to mention about Taylor Hines because I thought actually at the West Ham game last week, I thought she was like one of the brightest parts of that game. I thought she'd done really, really well. So
yeah,
it's nice not having to think, oh, you know what, if they take Emily or Katie McCabe off, we have got Taylor Hines that can come on and offer something different, which is nice. And Laura, obviously, I know we've spoke quite a bit about Arsenal like throughout the summer and stuff, and with some of the shows what we've done. It's all about squad depth, isn't it? If we want to push for what Steph Catley says, and that's winning that title, you need to have squad depth, don't you? And I think majority of our squad we have it. I think there's two positions we don't, but I'll come to that later. But yeah, what's your thoughts obviously on Saturday and just us as a squad?
Yeah, I think the squad is getting there in terms of we've brought in the people that we've had to bring in to cover the positions that we were saying last season that we really needed depth in. I.e. on the wings, we've done that. We've brought in Chloe Cayley. She's going to, and of course Olivia Smith. We've brought that in. We've got our strikers that we need. Yeah, of course. Like the one thing that we did want is if a certain player leaves, then we wanted that to be strengthened up. But one of the things I said earlier on in the group chat was I'd love to actually see where our team is at the moment that we have. Because I feel like we bring in players like Jenna Knightswonger who then show potential in the West Ham game, and then all season is on a bench. I'd like to see where we're at in December, and maybe actually turn around and say, right, okay, this is where we do need to strengthen. Let's bring in a player there, and of course strengthen that. But let's also just see what we have and who can slot in where, because I'm pretty sure the way Renee's looking at it is that she's looking at players that can also go into multiple positions. Yeah. And the position that we lose Leah Walty in, I know we've said it before, but when Leah Williamson's fit, she could possibly slot in there, and then of course, if we bring in a new defender or whatever, then that could possibly cover Leah Williamson, and then you're left with Laia Kadina and Lotte Wubben-Moy. But yeah, I'm happy with the people we brought in. If we end the transfer window tomorrow and who we've got, then yeah, there's no complaints. But people also have to be patient going into next season, that these players still have a little bit of time to settle in. And I think the way Renee is going to play it is we're going to have to be patient. So we can't be... we can't all be the way we were last season before the Champions League, that we were all screaming for people to leave, and yeah, we just
I don't think we all were. Just putting it out there. There was a certain someone on this podcast.
To go. You were steering for Stina to go, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, with Stina in it once in like she only scores every like one. We're not doing this, Darren. I'd be like be trigger happy if we say. But there was someone on this podcast who said at the start of it he wouldn't be that bothered if Leah Volti left. So we all know who to blame. No names, Jack.
He's disappeared. He's disappeared
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Funny that isn't it? Yeah. Jonesy, I'll come to you. Obviously, we've spoke a lot about Alessia Russo. I think last season she had an amazing season, like we all know. Personally, I think she should be winning the Ballon d'Or, but we all know that that will probably be Barcelona. But I did not say that. But
It'll go to somebody.
yeah. But I think this season she needs to be supported, doesn't she? Like with the rotation, because she has played a lot of games in a small amount of time.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, mate. She does need to have a rest now and again, and that's where the likes of Stina will come in. Olivia Smith can play up front as well. Maybe you see a stint of her, maybe up there. You don't know. But yeah, it's that risk of the overplaying of Russo, which kind of worries me, because she's going to have a big season, I think, for Arsenal this year. She's definitely going to get in amongst the goals. She's my prediction for the Golden Boot in the WSL. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that at the end of the season to see if I've got egg on my face. But I just think she's another season wiser, another season older in the WSL. What she did for England over the summer was instrumental. Not a goal scoring ability, but the way she could hold the ball up, bring other players into play. And I think when you've got Chloe Kelly and Olivia Smith on the flanks next to her, I think they're going to bomb into that box, play the ball across, cross it in for her. She's going to bag quite a lot of goals this season. But my theory is that she does get overplayed. But then it's just a case of manager. We are in a lot of competitions as well this year. 5, I think, now is more than any other team.
Chelsea are only in 4.
Just 4, yeah, just 4. That's what winning the Champions League does for you. But they wouldn't know that. So just hopefully she doesn't get overplayed and she can have a really good season. But every time I watch Russo, she gives it her all, and she's immense in what she does. Not just in, like I say, her goal scoring, but the way she can bring other players into the play.
Yeah. What do you think? There's the big call, isn't there? With the you got Stina Blackstenius there, who you can bring on later on, or who's the big striker in the middle, there for the crosses and that sort of thing. We've obviously gone with Stina rather than playing Michelle Aguimang in that role. Because if you think back to the England Lionesses, right, they were saying, right, if Russo's needs support in the middle, last 20 minutes, boom, we'll put Michelle Aguimang on. Well, we've gone down the line, Arsenal gone down the line of actually we're going to back Stina for that role. And she did play awesomely for Sweden, you have to admit. And then we sent Michelle out on. That's a big call. What do you think of that?
I was surprised, and to be honest, I was quite gutted to see her go out on loan. Just thinking, because of the tournament she had, winning the young player of the tournament, I just thought she had a big part to play this season, and I thought she would be instrumental in coming in off the bench, as you say, because that's like my. If I and this is no disrespect to Stina, but if I had Stina and Michelle on the bench, I'm bringing Michelle on just because of her rawness and her explosiveness in that box, because she can do things like at her age that is just out of this world. She literally is going to be a star. And I really thought she would have, this could have been a kind of breakthrough season at Arsenal. But loaning her out isn't a major thing. But personally, if it's me talking personally, I wanted to see her playing for Arsenal and not Brighton this season. But obviously, Renee's the manager. She gets paid the big bucks. And she's obviously got a plan long term for what's to happen this season. So that was my thoughts.
So I'm going to disagree. It's a good start, isn't it? First collab, we disagree.
No, that's what it's all about.
Oh, it's all about. Go on.
I think it's a decent move for Michelle to go to Brighton, because I think she'll play week in, week out at a level that we can see if she's ready to play week in, week out at that level for Brighton, because I think she'll probably take that number 9 spot. With Russo, let's be honest and say it. If Leslie Russo's fit, she's starting every bloody week. Let's have it right. It's not. Whereas Michelle, and I think she'd get like 10, 15 minutes in a few games. Is that going to help her development? I'm not so sure. So what I think happens, and I'm not an ITK, I've got a blue tick, but I paid for it, is that I think Stina leaves next summer, and then Michelle becomes the backup to Russo, which would lead to Russo moving away from the number 9 spot and then maybe playing as a 10. Because we've only got like 7 number 8s at the club, so it's not like we need anyone else. But I think I get why people wanted her to stay. I wouldn't have been dead like against her staying, but I think for her development, if we unselfishly, Brighton is going to be a very good move for her, and it'll be interesting to see like what Kafaji does at Brighton as well. And I think what people forget about Stina is that she's. Oh, I'm going to get lynched by Darren here. She's done really well, but she can only play against certain teams.
Yeah.
So if you look at the big, massive goals that she scored against Barcelona, who had the ball the most? Barcelona. So it's on the counter attack. When she played for Sweden against England, how did that goal happen? It was a counter attack. Against City, similar. So there's a theme. Whereas you're not going to want to take Russo off after 60, 70 minutes against Leicester and then bring Stina on, because I just don't think it works. But for those big goals, Stina obviously is the one to keep for this season. But then next season, I think Michelle will probably take that spot.
Yeah. If she stays onside, obviously.
Oh, she's never
Classic
offside, is
charm,
she? Apparently.
Never onside. Never offside.
So, yeah.
I agree with
She wasn't for that goal in the Champions League. So.
I agree with George there. I think keeping Michelle in the Arsenal team this season is going to be a setback for her, considering our game time. So I think going away is a good idea to keep her game time up and hopefully strengthen what she already has going on. So yeah, I do agree with George on that one.
And like, just think about it. If we drop points against Chelsea and then Brighton beat Chelsea 1-0 because Michelle scores, she wins us the league. So it don't matter, does it? But yeah, is there any comments, Jonesy?
We had Darren saying no comment.
Bloody hell, that's the first. Is he right?
He also asked if you was in witness protection because it's very dark in your room.
Yeah, I can't find the light switch. I'm not going to lie. There's a lamp somewhere, but if I try and find it, everything could go everywhere. So,
Gab's put an interesting comment to us. Are we weaker, or will we be weaker if she does go? Beth Mead. She hasn't gone yet. I'm assuming. No, I haven't seen anything to see.
Well,
will we be weaker?
Gav to stop telling lies.
Yeah, I know, Gav. Fake news, Gav. He's saying we'll be weaker without Beth Mead, in his opinion.
I don't think we are.
No, we won't be weaker without Beth Mead. Let's face it, Beth Mead is going to be a bench player if she stays at Arsenal next season. And yeah, she did magical things in the Champions League final for us and created the Stina goal, but we won't be weaker without Beth Mead next season.
What I will say is I don't think Arsenal sell Leah Volti and Beth Mead tomorrow and not have a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So if Beth Mead goes, they'll have a ready-made replacement. So to answer your question, Gav, basically, no. Because I don't... I think there would be outrage and it would be absolutely just if Leah Volti and Beth Mead left on deadline day and then we never had no one coming in as replacement. I know people say, Kyra Cooney-Cross could be Leah Volti's replacement, but yeah. But with Beth Mead, they just won't do it. Why would Arsenal go from having them amount of wingers, bring another winger in, so there's squads, bring another 2 wingers in, sorry, with Kelly and I keep forgetting Kelly who signed on a permanent because she's just been there. But
yeah,
they're not going to do that. So otherwise, they would have kept Michelle. So, and I think that speaks volumes.
Yeah. Beth Mead, that's such an emotional.
That's the
one
thing,
for
yeah.
me if we lose Beth Mead as well. She's iconic. I think such a good instinct for goal, and she does come up with important goals. I'm keeping her if we can.
Yeah.
To keep her in the squad, absolutely.
Cool. That's it, George. No other comments.
Cool. So yeah, well, Have we got Jack, or is he gone?
No, he's gone. I think
He's
he's
just
gone.
put in the group chat that he's going to stay out there for this.
He's vanished. He's
He's gonna
vanished.
stay.
The one thing I was going to
Yeah.
say, George, if you don't mind, I mentioned Rosa Kafaji's gone out, so I've got to ask this for Gracie, who sits with her mum in front of us in Block 9. She's got Kafaji on the back of her shirt there. She looked an absolute baller when she joined us, didn't she? Brilliant player. Just not worked out for her, has it? And Gracie's going to ask me. Oh, I know she's going to say. Is it a good move to put her out on loan as well? It probably is, isn't it? Because she still wasn't playing at the end
I
of
think
last
it is, because I think there were certain parts of her mentality that she needed to change with Rosa. Like we see her play some games, and like again, the one I remember, West Ham. I thought she was brilliant. She helped us win us the game. But then when we
sang
we
sang to her afterwards, didn't we?
Not. But then when we went to Madrid away, like just doing stuff like putting a social media post up, then deleting it straight away. That I think that obviously made Rene think, hold on, your football education still needs to grow a bit. But I think it's a bit like Michelle. She needs to be playing week in, week out. You ain't going to see the best of these players if they're playing bit parts. And I think she needs to know what her actual position is. We see her play at 10. We see her play on the left. So I don't know. Personally, I think she's a very, very good talent. I just don't think she gets in that Arsenal team yet. So there's nothing to say that the unthinkable happens. Beth Mead leaves next summer, and Kafaji comes back after having a very, very good season at Brighton, and then you've got your replacement. And don't get me wrong, if Arsenal can save money, they'd love to. So yeah, I don't mind Kafaji. I'm not as hyped as some people are, but I'm not as like dismissive of her as well.
No.
Yeah,
I think she was really hyped up beginning of last season, which is why you see her name. You've seen her name quite a lot on the back of shirts and that sort of thing in the stadium. People were really, really, beginning of last season wanting to see a lot from her, but no, it's not worked out.
No, not at the moment. And I you got to think, if she is planning on the win, she ain't getting ahead of Chloe Kelly, Olivia Smith, Beth Mead, or the rightful Ballon d'Or winner, Caitlin Ford. But that's another story. Anyone who can score 28 goals against Rangers in the Champions League qualifiers, high in my book. So we're going to go through the lineups. So I'm going to give you my predicted one, and we can see if you agree or you think George is chatting rubbish or not. So I'm going to go. I'll start with you, Laura. Actually, I'm going to go DVD in goal. Fox.
Yep.
Oh, this is hard. Forgot Williamson's not playing. Lotta.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've got to pick her, and no. Steph Catley. No, that was hard. Katie McCabe.
Yep.
Kimmy Esther. Mario, Palova, Ford, Russo, and Kelly.
I'm not sure about Kimmy. She hasn't been starting in pre-season this year, though.
She started against West Ham, didn't she?
Did she?
Yes. I should know this. I was there. I'm trying to remember now.
She did, but she came off at half time. So
yeah. I just think we're not very blessed with having defensive number 6 players. I know she's probably not that either, but I just think she's probably the best option we've got there.
Yeah, but how fit is
only option?
How fit is Kim Little? Because if she didn't go to Germany due to an injury, how fit is she?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I always say with Kim Little, it's like the Austin Powers movie. Like she's been frozen, so like she's going to play for the next 100 years. Like million years, Kimmy Little. Like
yeah.
That was probably I helped to start that to go that high, so I apologise. But no, I do get what you mean, but she could still play like 50, 60 minutes if Arsenal will say got 2-goal lead or something, then you could bring Kyra on.
Yeah. If Kimmy Little's fit, then yeah, I would agree with that lineup with you. But if she's not, then that's going to be Kyra Cooney Cross then, isn't it? Especially after Renee's comment that no one's actually picked up on until recently. If you go back in the interview, she said that the position of Leah Walty is Kyra's to take this season. So, yeah, I think it was hints there before we even knew. But
Say something controversial. If Kyra can't take the position of someone who's 32 and only got one leg, they've got a problem. Like, really like Leah Walty, but I think a lot of people forget. Yeah, she's always been a fan's favourite, but when was the last time she actually played consistently? And like, if she was playing consistently, let's get it right, she probably would be our number 6 going forward for the next 12 to 18 months. But she hasn't, so you can't argue with her injury record. Like, I would like if she
We've got
does
so many
leave.
comments, George. Sorry, we've got so many comments on your lineup, George.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm going to go through them.
Will
2
in a
seconds.
minute, I think. They're all coming in on it now.
Probably sack him, Jules out.
First of all, Gruner Sully saying you need to turn your light on. Yes, he knows that, but he can't.
I don't know where the light switch is, Austin. Go away.
Yeah, there's appeal. People are meant to.
Tell him to drive around and turn it on for you.
Drive from Hertfordshire to Peterborough and turn it on.
Gav, we're going to be discussing that in just a little bit. We have Catherine who says here that she feels like Renee might put Kyra in the CDM and then have Mario and Manham in the other midfield positions, which could be interesting. Tariq says none of us put in Zinsberger in goal. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Sorry, Manu. I love it. She does wave as well. If you call out her name, she'll wave at you. And all that.
Trees do wave.
Hopefully
she
not
does
before
wave,
she
but-
goes to save a penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Catherine agrees
Love
with the
her to
lineup.
bits. She's such a cheerleader, but no.
Yeah, she's just hoping she's just in like the background staff now.
We
Like,
have a light.
Here we go.
We do. Yeah, we go.
Katie Reid as well. People are saying until Katie Reid is ready, she could go into that position.
That's breaking transfer news. George has found a light.
And it's, Dorian is saying it could work the other way around. We could bring Kimmy on to shore up the last 30 minutes. Hopefully,
Good idea.
we put the game to bed by then. And then the last comment here from Darren as well. What is Man City last season? Leah come on and change the game. Other than that, not much change from what you've predicted.
Yeah, but that's fine. But when did she play again after that? Like, do you know what I mean? Consistently, she's not. Like, if she could stay fit, I'd keep her at the club. Like, I'm not saying that. I just think she's not. So we can't.
I think, your lineup's pretty much what we would have, and this might
on it.
Yeah,
my thing on that lineup. We talked about when the ins and outs, right? Who we had transferred in, who's gone out. Forgetting Palova's back from that ACL and playing really well. I mean, that's as good as a new player for us.
And that number 10 as well. She's like, I think she's really impressed at 10 in the games I've seen. So if you've got an attacking midfield of Mariona and Palova, you're doing something right.
Yeah. And just so you know, George, we're now getting comments to say, turn the light off.
Was that from Tariq or Austin?
No, that was Dorian.
Dorian, go fuck yourself.
And I
mate, you should hear me.
No,
you should have heard me during the.
I was just trying.
You should have heard me during the Jonas era.
No, I'm cool with it. I was thinking, like, I don't really know these guys. First time I've chatted with them, I'll keep the swears to the
you're all
minimum,
good.
like,
Swear
I know what the level's like.
Wait till you meet us.
Are you kidding? The Scottish language, every second word is a
Wait till you meet Mel. But yeah,
that's true.
Obviously, Palova. So I think she could be the MVP for us this season. because, like you say, Mike, she's like a new signing, and I just think not many teams are going to really know how to handle her, are they?
No. And you've gone with her and Mario. Where do we fit Marnham in?
I
given
think
she
she can
scored-
come off
scored
the
those 2
bench
goals
like
in
last
the
10,
warm-up game.
15 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to like try different tactics, I think this just goes back to it, Mike. It's having the squad, isn't it? Like now we've got so many options. Like, so Frida might come on for 10, 15 minutes to get on Saturday, but then not the next game, but then start another game. So I think it's the options, isn't it?
Yeah. But you're not starting Olivia Smith.
No,
in
not
that,
yet.
I notice.
Not yet.
No, I agree.
I
With
think
you. I
you
agree with you.
try and bring her into it over the next few games. And I think people like as well, like Caitlin Ford did have a decent season. Like, I know I joke around about Ford, but some of the games she played really, really well. And we know what Chloe Kelly can do, so I'd probably say that left-hand side is hers. She's made that her own. But with Ford, could you imagine, like, obviously it's like Lionesses are getting tired because, like you say, they're a new group of players, new team, and then they bring someone like Olivia Smith on. It's frightening. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to defend against.
I can see Olivia Smith being the type of player that we bring on when we can't break down the low block.
Yeah.
We've seen it last season where Arsenal struggled so much to break down a low block. With the pace of Olivia Smith, putting that ball in behind is going to crack that. And I think what Renee is going, and that's why I was saying earlier on, we're going to have to be patient with Arsenal in games, because there is going to be times where Renee is going to have to figure out who's going to be the best to bring on her. And I can also see a lot of our lineups not being the same. Like,
I'll be patient as long as they're not bloody conceding 4 goals against Aston Villa again.
I won't be patient then,
That's
but
true.
I think, as I said, we are going to be we're going to have to be a whole lot more patient, especially sitting at the Emirates or sitting at games where the first half we might not have any goals, but the second half, which we noticed in the West Ham game, that we just had to be patient to get those goals. And I think for the low block, Olivia Smith is going to be the one to crack that.
Yeah, I agree. Just quickly, we'll talk about Lionesses, aka Millwall. Obviously, they've bought a few players, Jonesy, started from Barcelona and even Arsenal, to be fair. Obviously, they've got Taya Golding, Freya Godfrey. Do you think they're going to want to prove a point, obviously, against Arsenal? And how do you think they'll do, like, them players specifically? Do you think that's the right move for them at their time of their career?
I think it's the best time to play the Lionesses this weekend, because on the opening day, because it takes a while for players to gel together, and with the amount of players they've brought in, it's going to take time for them to learn the way certain players play. You've got to learn the patterns, and obviously relationships have to be built. So I think us playing in first game season is probably the best time to play them before they pick up any sort of form or rhythm. Good moves for all the players, to be fair. Like, they've gone to a club who's literally, they're trying to do something, and you can see what they're trying to do. I do agree. I don't think they're going to be one of the teams to get relegated this season. I'm hoping it's Spurs, as we all do.
Well, you might get your hope. I mean, there's nothing
Exactly.
happening there. If you look at their transfer
They
list,
can't even play us at
nothing
the
happening
toilet
there.
bowl, so don't worry about them.
But no, I think they're all good moves, and they will want to. They're all going to want to prove a point, not just to Arsenal, but I think to the whole league. I think what they're trying to build there is like obviously a project that's for the long run. So yeah, I'm just glad that we've got them first, so they don't pick up any momentum.
Yeah, cool. Right, we'll quickly go around and get your predictions, and then we'll move on to the next segment. So I'll go, Laura. What's your prediction?
I think it's going to be 3-0.
To who?
Oh,
Yeah, 3-0. I think it will be a nice. I don't think it will be an easy one, but I do think we'll get the first goal, and then the next two will come easy for us to get.
Cool.
So yeah,
Nice one.
and City
Mike?
Line, these are going to be as easy as people think.
Mike?
yeah, me. I think 3-1. I'm a bit different from Laura. I think there's going to be a defensive howler in there somewhere. We're still. Tarek's got 11-0.
I love it,
I'm going to
Tarek.
love that one. Love that optimism. Yeah. I'm just going 3-1. I feel like there's going to be a defensive howler in there somewhere. We still look like we're prone to make the odd mistake, even with Daphne in goal. And with Leah on the sidelines, Williamson on the sidelines, I think there's a goal there somewhere for Crystal. At least they call them Crystal Palace.
Millwall.
Wrong part of London. Wrong part of South London. For Lionesses, still think there's a goal there for. But yeah,
Cool.
3-1. Yeah, we're capable of scoring.
Yeah.
goals, and they
I don't think it will be as easy as everyone thinks. But I'm going 5-0. No, I think
Absolute party, that
we'll
is.
batter
Yeah.
them. Like Russo hat trick. Yes, why not? I'm not thinking of any fantasy points at all in that. So yeah, Jonesy, what do you reckon?
Just a couple of things in the comments. Is FFP a thing in the women's game? Gav's asking because of obviously.
Just saying he would know. Being a Chelsea fan.
That's a Chelsea fan asking about FFP.
Just how things have changed.
I'm sure there is. Just go to Honda. Honda's here. They're giving us a 3-2 prediction.
Cool.
Obviously, Tariq did 11. Just saying good evening to Andrew as well. He's in. Hi, George and Jonesy. You sexy minxes. Cheers, mate. Braves also saying we can score 3 goals, but I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. So agreeing with what Mike was saying there.
Yeah.
And James has gone for a 2-1 Arsenal. A little nervy, but we'll get over the line in the end.
James, what's wrong with you?
And Tariq says we'll score the first 5
Completely
minutes. I'm going for a 3-1 as well. I reckon they'll score first, but the Emirates will get behind the team, and we'll just. I reckon. Well, if you give me a full prediction, I reckon they go in 1-0 up at half time, and we come out second half, and after a Renee bollocking, and we go at them.
We don't get called second half Arsenal for no reason.
Exactly. This is false to my prediction.
But yeah, just to answer Gav's question, as far as I know, in the WSL we don't have teams that sell a player for 20 million, buy them back 14 hours later, and then send them to a championship club like Chelsea did. So I don't think. I'm not really sure, mate, but I think. What an ironic moment that Chelsea fans ask about FFP. And we love you, Gav. We like taking the mic, but we appreciate your support as well. Right, we're going to move on to the next bit.
Yeah.
We're going to hand over to Jonesy, and we're going to talk about some of the other WSL fixtures.
Yeah, just quickly before I do that, Margaret's gone for 2-1 as well.
Thank you, Margaret, for supporting as well, and I like the prediction.
And Darren's gone 4-0. Russo and Stina 2 each.
Yeah, 2, didn't he?
Interesting. So yeah, next part of the show, we're just going to talk about the other fixtures we've got coming up this weekend, and we'll just go around and get some predictions from you guys. So we'll kick off. I'll start with George. I'll start with you first, mate. So Chelsea and Man City is the first game, and that's Friday. Can you see City doing anything there?
Yeah, I can actually. First game of the season, obviously, City. I think a lot of people think they had quite a bad season last season with a lot of injuries as well. I think they lost Bunny Shaw, Miedemar, Jill Roord at times was injured. There were a lot of players to Alex Greenwood. They were some big name players there. But yeah, I can see City perhaps getting a draw. I think Chelsea City games have sometimes been a bit closer.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Grace
Chelsea have got still injuries as well.
Yeah. Have you seen that story?
Oh,
It just broke.
Yeah.
Clinton for Jess Park, a straight swap across Manchester. So potentially they got Grace Clinton in there, who is in my
Yeah,
fantasy
I
football.
was just going to say, apparently agreements have been put in place by both players and teams for them.
Yeah, looks like that's done basically. That's very weird, but we'll come to that. But yeah, I think obviously Chelsea have got injuries like Bronze, James. Less said about her better.
Yes, as well. She's injured.
Ramirez got a hamstring.
So you know what I mean. So I know they've got a big squad, but it'll be a test for Sonia Tuna Pasta, as I call her.
What are you going for score-wise?
1-1.
1-1. Okay. Gav's gone 2-1, Chelsea, as he would. We have a few more as well. Tariq's gone 2-2.
Desmond.
Andrew's gone 3-3.
Don't know if there's one for 3-3.
Honda's got Chelsea on the spot here. Chelsea winning added time with a pen. Sounds about right.
Nah, that's not like Chelsea, is it? No, never.
Catherine, what's your sorry, not Catherine, Laura, what's your prediction?
I agree with Tyreek, 2-2. But I do also think that Emily Hislop will be majorly on Chelsea's side, as she always is. As you look at her stats last season for refereeing the Chelsea games, her highest.
Yeah, I
highest
sent her a
games.
lot of abuse last season. I remember that.
Yeah, a lot of her games that she refereed last season were Chelsea games.
I think I remember shouting to her, "Do you want to borrow my guide dog?" At one game. Yeah, I was not impressed with old Emily.
Bearing in mind, if we go back to last season's game with Chelsea and Man City, she was very card heavy against Man City. I'm not saying that she favours Chelsea at all.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, she does, and no one can deny that she favours Chelsea more than anything. So yeah, I think she's going to be.
I reckon she's in the Chelsea WhatsApp group.
Yeah, she is.
James has gone to Chelsea 1-0 win as well with a penalty. Mike, over to you.
I think Chelsea are a really good side. I think they're ahead of City. I went to the FA Cup final, so we saw them beat. God, who did I watch them beat? Yes. Anyway,
That good.
they're absolutely, yeah, they're that good. It was just all Chelsea. They absolutely dominated that game. I think they're clear 2-0 winners.
Is it Man United?
They've got
It
It was United. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
it was United. Yeah, they absolutely dominated United for the whole game. It wasn't even close. And I think Chelsea is still a really good side. I'm giving them a 2-0 win there.
Let's just remember that City have Bunny Shaw back, Lauren Hemp back, Alex
Yeah,
Greenwood back. So
Miedemar, she's still, don't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, someone wouldn't like that. A bit of who action.
It's like saying Voldemort, isn't it?
If you know, and the who action. If you know, you know.
you just made Leah scared if she was watching the show.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually go for a 2-1 City win.
I love it.
Oh,
Go a bit different off the grain. As you're all aware, my predictions are never great, so don't expect that to happen. We've all discussed the Arsenal one, so we'll go on to Brighton versus Aston Villa. I'll start with you, Mike, this time first. What's your prediction for that?
I haven't a clue. You look at a fixture and go, yeah. No, I'll go. I think Brighton might edge it, given who they got, and what Villa are we going to see? I'll go 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. Cool. Laura?
I'm going to go with a 3-2 Brighton and Michelle Adriman to get the winner for them.
Love that. George?
4-0 Brighton.
4-0 Brighton. Yeah, and
Right, so it's my words. You can clip it. It's only Villa.
I'm going to go 3-0 Brighton as well. Just think, Adriman will make the difference. And I love all your transfer talk in there. Transfers are coming up.
Yeah, they're coming up after this, guys. So
just hold on to your transfer questions. Next game, this time, Laura, I'll start with you. We've got Liverpool versus Everton.
Ooh, I didn't realise that was their opener. I think Liverpool is going to win that 2-1.
2-1 Liverpool. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Liverpool. George?
just want to confirm we have had permission from Liverpool to do the predictions.
Yeah.
I know they created the universe, but
the theme tune was approved by Liverpool FC.
yeah, it's sponsored by Liverpool. I'm actually going to go, and this is probably not down to any footballing reasons apart from that I completely detest Liverpool. And we've took all their best players. I'm going to go 2-1 Everton.
Cool. And Mike?
I agree with George. 2-1 Everton. I'm not sure where Liverpool are managerially and organisationally. I think they sold 2 of their best players from what we saw last season. So yeah, I
They've
think
got
Everton are
Super
shading that
Gareth
one.
Taylor now, haven't they? Like, I mean,
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Everton are probably shading that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
And just a couple of comments. We've got Andrew's going 2-0 Brighton. Just as that one come up. We've also got Tariq going 3-0 Brighton. James going 3-0 Brighton. Tariq's going, so I'm guessing we're on to Liverpool now. He's going 1-1. Should be a good game at the Rugby Stadium. Honda's gone for a Desmond 2-2. James has gone 2-1 Everton. And Andrew has gone 2-1 Everton as well. Interesting predictions there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right, next up, George, start with you. Man United versus Leicester.
Oh, God. I'd probably go 2-0 United, even though that they've been playing in Champions League. So they'll be like... They've got some game time, if you know what I mean. And I don't think they'll probably play the team that's been playing in Champions League. But yeah, Leicester are probably going to go down for me. It's either between them or the other lot. So, yeah, I'll go 2-0 United.
Cool. Mike?
Can't see keep saying I agree with George, can I? I do have different opinions, honest. But I think Leicester, are going down. I saw West Ham play them in Dagenham last year. West Ham played them off the park, and it was an average West Ham side. And Leicester haven't done anything to strengthen at all. And I think the standard is just getting higher and higher. So I see Leicester losing that 2-3-0. Turland up front, don't forget. Yeah. I think she's looking like she's in hot form. So I reckon she's the one where she's going to score the goals.
Cool. Laura?
I agree. I think Leicester's going to go down this season, especially after just losing Ruby Mace in defence. I think it's going to be a 4-0 win to United on that one.
Yeah, I reckon Man United as well will win it comfortably. I reckon about 2-0, something like that. A couple of late scores coming in. I thought it was on Soccer Saturday then.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Yeah, I was going to say that there.
With a red card.
I don't know who. But yeah, no, Gav's coming in with a 3-2 Everton. Also 4-0 Leicester.
Leicester? What's he smoking?
He's
if he's right on that one,
if he's right on that, he can host a show next week.
Yeah.
Whatever he's smoking, mate, he's passing it around because Darren's gone Leicester to win 1-0 as well.
No, I understand that with Darren because it's Darren.
Honda has gone 6-0 United.
Yeah, that's more likely.
Tariq 4-0 United. Andrew has gone 1-1 Borefest. James has also gone 1-1. And Catherine has gone for a 5-0 to United. Interesting. And the last game for the opening weekend, we have shit versus shit.
Hey, I'm going to that one. We're doing a double header this weekend. We're staying in London overnight, and I'm going to that one.
All right. At least you're not supported Eddie.
So do you want my comments?
Yeah, go for it. Let's start with you, Mike. Spurs, West Ham.
We're going 3-1 West Ham. I think West Ham have got too much. I shouldn't say I love Martinez up front. I think she's a quality player. So yeah, and West Ham on the women's side, they seem to buy well, right? And the players they brought in seem like good buys. Like Fionn Morgan from Bristol City looks quality. And again, I don't think Spurs have done anything in the off season, have they?
Absolutely nothing.
Other than getting a bit weaker
at all, other than that outgo.
West Ham, no. Yeah, West Ham 3-1. Oh, Tariq's gone 0-0. I hope it's not a 0-0. I'm watching that one as well. I've got tickets to that one. We're in the West Ham. We're not in the Spurs end. We're in the West Ham away end. I'll talk about that more next week if we do a session next week about why West Ham is my second club. But
no worries.
It's a long story. Gorry, I think, is brilliant as a midfielder as well. So you're going to have to argue with me a lot next week.
That's it. We
about
look
West
forward
Ham
to healthy
laptops,
debate on
but
this show, definitely.
we agree on one thing. Not the other lot, right? Not the other lot. But absolutely, yeah. But I'm going 3-1 West Ham
Cool.
on that one.
Laura?
I'm going to go 3-0 on West Ham in that one. I don't think Spurs are going to get a goal in that. It annoys me a little bit that we allowed them to beat us. But then they put out a full strength team for the full game, and we were using our subs, our academy players, and just to test out to see what we could do. But they stuck to a full strength 11, and even then, I don't think they look exciting this season. So yeah, I'll go 4-0 West Ham.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 West Ham. George?
West Ham, Tottenham. I love it.
Love it. Go on, do your worst.
Well, we're going to let it all work out, as that's all Tottenham like to do. Let it all work out and then lose. I don't normally say this about Tottenham games, but 5-0 West Ham. I'm going to promise you guys every week that Tottenham play, I'm going to say 5-0 to the other team every week and see if how many I get right. My highest record is 1. So.
Let's see what happens on Sunday when that one kicks off. Tariq's gone for a boring 0-0, as he said. Catherine's gone for a more excitable 3-3, which will be pretty good.
You're not scoring 3 goals.
Honda's gone 3-1. Andrew's gone 4-0 to West Ham.
Andrew.
James has gone 2-0 West Ham. And Darren agrees. Spuds to go down. Season. And
Gav, Spurs 3, West Ham 1. I mean, he's killing me.
Gav's gone 3-1 Spurs.
I want at least one. I don't want to go and watch the Spurs.
Is that because Gav's undercover Spurs fan, though, isn't he?
Gav's here. He brings the comedy element to the show.
Yeah.
Gav just likes to be at the wind-up. You'll learn that throughout the shows.
Like Gav Shipman out of Gavin and Stacey.
And George, I think, is now going to take us through to the last part of the show, which we're going to touch on a few transfers, mate.
Yeah, so obviously we've got deadline day tomorrow. Busy for all these blue tick people on Twitter. It's been a busy week. The men's one was the other day. Now we've got the women's one. So we'll talk about the big one. So apparently Portsmouth have not joking. We'll talk about Leah Volti. Laura, I'll start with you. Obviously, it looks like she's going to Juventus. Maybe she doesn't realise how poor that Biella Stadium is and how far it bloody is to walk. Not that I've experienced that last season at all, but I would don't encourage her. But yeah, it's what's your thoughts like generally on the move? Obviously, I think some of us obviously don't want her to go, but we kind of understand the move.
Yeah. It's a sad one. It's one that's going to hurt when the minute it's announced and the minute the sad post goes out. But unfortunately, that's football. You lose some, you win some, and unfortunately, losing Leah Volti is going to sting a little bit. But you can understand, as you said, I think she knew this season that she wasn't really going to get game time at Arsenal. So. When that happens to you as a football player, the first thing you think of is, I'm going to have to go elsewhere. I'm so sorry about the banging. My dog's banging up the stairs. She's scratching.
I can't believe the dog's not come on the show yet. That's a bit of...
she's not sneaked away in tonight like she usually does. But sorry.
I think she hinted, though, Wally, didn't she, that there could be a big change, because she said there was a big change coming in her career. She said that a few months ago.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people hinted she probably thought she was going to retire from Switzerland, but maybe not, and it was this.
But of course, then you've got all these ones on Twitter panicking. Oh, we're going to lose Mariona because nothing is ever
because they're dating
about that relationship. So
right.
No one knows if that's true or not. So, but
I've not even seen that they thought was in this Mario.
Yeah, it's, the other day when it was announced, when obviously like so that Soccer Donna and
Yeah.
A lot of them had said that it was in the works that she was about to leave. Then it was just to be finalised by the two clubs. It was kicking off. We're going to lose Mariona. I think we all forget that Leah brought Mariona to us. No, she didn't. Claire Wheatley brought Mariona to us.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stick up for Claire Wheatley in that situation because I genuinely do think that
Gotta love our fan base when it comes to transfers, don't you?
Yeah.
We never have meltdowns at all at Arsenal Football Club.
We never have meltdowns. I didn't have meltdowns halfway through the season last year at all. If you don't look back, it goes ever. But yeah, it's going to be a sad one. But
yeah,
you can't blame the girl. I think if that was myself as a footballer, I would be like, I need to go because I'm not going to get game time. But I will tell the ones out there that just basically look at women's football for their favourites. It's football. It's business. It has to be done. There's players on that bench.
What's best for business?
Yeah. There's players on that bench.
Business. Sorry, no, that's
There's players on that bench that we look at that are from Joe Montemuro that now need to start moving on.
Yeah.
Like, we can't be holding on to these players simply because we fancy them or we love them. Or, like,
that's so true. Yeah.
And that's all we have today. No. I do agree. Mike, obviously, just talking about Wally, what's your point on obviously her going to Juventus? It looks like that's not breaking news, by the way. It's going to happen.
I'm kind of neutral. I'm kind of like resigned to it that she's moving on. I mean, looking at, I just quickly called up the number of appearances. I mean, the 2021 season, 21-22, consistent performer, played all the games. Looking at it, but patchy since then, perhaps in terms of appearances and that's like. So yeah, it's going to be a wrench, but it's, as Laura said, people are going to move on, right? And we've got to get used to that if we're going to bring some new, exciting people in. It just looks like, with Kim getting a bit older and all that. Don't do it. We go back over all of that ground, but it just looks like what we're doing in that centre area defensively. Defensive midfield potentially. What are we doing if we're in terms of who we're buying and that sort of thing? You still feel like you want to know who's the next midfield general we're going to have in there. Not attacking midfield, but
Sam Kofi. That's what I'm going for. I've been banning that drum for ages, but yeah. So what I think obviously we'll carry on the transfer talk for a little bit, but I said in our WhatsApp group that I thought we had a 6 out of 10 transfer window, and the reason I think it's that number because I still think we need a younger left-sided centre half. Because I don't think we can rely on Steph Catley for the next 2-3 years. And I think we need a number 6 because obviously, like we said, Kim's next 12-18 months, there'll be some very, very big conversations with Kim Little, whether she does retire or goes to Scotland to finish her career. I'm not sure. But we still need someone else because I don't think we're going to get shot down again by Mark in the chat from Australia. I don't think Kyra's at the level yet defensively. So that's why I think if we had those two positions sorted, I think it would be like a 9 or even a 10 out of 10 window.
Mm-hmm.
That might seem really harsh, but I just think Kadina, we don't know because she's been injured quite a bit. I really like Kadina, but she needs to be playing week in, week out, and all that. And we saw how well Leah Williamson, and even though James doesn't like Leah Williamson, but and Steph Catley done. I just think you need someone who's going to be up and coming from that, because that's not going to be Katie Reid because it's on the other side. So that's what I think. So it'd be interesting to see what people in the chat think about that. Well,
myself and Catherine in the comments were discussing this, that there's only 10% of defenders most of it is strikers, midfielders, wingers. And
Yeah.
there's only
Well,
10% of.
We had a perfect defender, didn't we? Let's be honest. In Raphael, so
Yeah.
and then she went and broke my heart. So never forgot that. But she
George,
was perfect.
just to let you know, Mark has come in and said wrong, George.
Yeah, I thought it would. Mark, we're gonna do a show one time, and we're gonna get you on to talk about, and I'm gonna get you to persuade me that Kyra is the one we're looking for.
She will prove you wrong, he says.
Yeah. I hope she does. I hope she proves me wrong by winning us the title in the Champions League and beating Chelsea in the final. But we'll see.
But I was going to say we're all pretty certain though we're not being linked. We're not getting anybody else into the Arsenal because I think it's Slegger's way. Do you think if get my business done early, get the people into the club, work with them pre-season? I could see Renier
unless
being
something
that sort of
massive,
where she
unless an opportunity tomorrow comes out of nowhere, like a Randy Orton transfer, unless it comes, I don't see us bringing anyone in tomorrow.
No, I don't.
I'm just going to say this with Darren's point of view because I know he's probably itching. He's like, why have they not mentioned it? And Laura probably knows what's happening. I don't think we're signing Bonmati. I don't think she's coming on a free. So I think we might have to just hold off on that one, Darren, just for a little while. And we don't. I had this argument the other day. Bonmati, you only want Bonmati because she's one of the best players in the world. But do we need Bonmati? Because she plays in that either 8/10 role where we've got about 6 other players that play there. Unless you're going to sell Frida and Mariona's going to leave. That's the only way I think it works. But I think what also we can normally forget about as well is that so we can buy a couple of players. I think Catherine will correct me, that from America. So say like your Trinity Rodmans or Sam Kofi and they can join from like January onwards. So I don't know if that's something in Arsenal's thinking. I'm not sure. Obviously, Catherine would be more expertise to tell me that.
Because in WSL season ends in like December, so we can obviously start to buy some of the American players from there when that ends. And sorry, just to answer Gav's question, he keeps asking if Chelsea are going to be signing anyone else. They're currently in talks with Angel City over Alyssa Thompson. Both teams have not agreed on a deal, but apparently she has said that goodbye to her teammates and things like that. But
they should be doing
it. They have said that they're not willing to let a player like her go as of yet. So I don't know, depending on how much money they can come across with that one, then
2 million probably.
I personally think it's going to be a quiet transfer deadline day tomorrow. I really do. Unless, like I say, we also have got form though. Didn't they put in a cheeky bid for one Alessia Russo?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
On a deadline day. So you never know, mate. You never know what could happen. But yeah, I see it being relatively quiet tomorrow for us.
Yeah.
I think, as I said before, I think Sleggers is coach, right? She's a coach, she's a player. She first and foremost, she's a coach, not a manager. Yeah. I think she's very tactically aware, don't get me wrong, but I think as a coach with her coaching head on, she's like, I want people in early. I want to be able to work with them and integrate them with the team. I don't see it being part of her mindset to bring someone in at the last minute. So I don't think we're going to get anybody tomorrow.
No, cool. And just
you can prove me wrong. You can go. I'm going to shoot again next week. This time next week there'll be the Stella signing, and you can replay that.
Just before Bonmati and Alex Greenwood's debut at West Ham. We'll finish off with one more point this, and then we'll wrap it up because it's been an absolute brilliant show, guys. Just to say as well.
Thanks for everyone.
Really appreciate it. So we're going to talk about the weirdest transfer saga in all, and we're going to talk about Jess Park going to Man United and Clinton going to Man City. Laura, I'll start with you. Can you make sense of this? Like, it just don't make sense to me that Man United are selling one of their best midfielders to their local rival. Well, not local. They play in Leeds Sports Village, don't they? But you kind of get what I meant. In the Salford regions, I don't know. I don't get it, mate.
I don't get that either, considering when we were going for Alessia Russo, the first thing Man United said was, we aren't going to sell our best player to our rivals. And of course, that's what they've went and done with Grace Clinton. As James said earlier on, when I says to him, they may as well would have just let the two players start for the teams and then swap the jerseys over when they played each other. There you go, problem solved. But I'm confused by that myself, especially Jess Park as well.
She was playing for City, wasn't she?
Yeah,
she was getting regular time for City as well, and then of course I don't understand where she would fit into that United team, but
they're not going to drop Toon, are they? Let's be honest. Like, even though Toon only turns up for 1 or 2 games and goes missing for 3 or 4 for Man United, but it's just weird.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that in the men's game. I know. No. We have the whole diversity of the women's game is different from the men's game, but there is roots. Can you imagine us selling a player to Spurs? Yeah. How annoying that would be. Like,
arguably a best player.
Yeah.
That's the key thing. Is
I did remember somewhat, like, for Tottenham, there was a player called Berra Eze. Apparently, he was signing for Tottenham and then signing for Arsenal. Just but no, like, it's in the men's game. It's like Arsenal selling Tottenham Martinelli. Well, no, actually, that's not fair. They're not that bad. It's like Arsenal selling Erdegaard or someone like that to Tottenham, and then we're getting Kulusevski. Like, it's like, nah.
Yeah,
it just wouldn't happen. It's just weird, and you're kind of. It's a weird deal because they're strengthening each other. Like, it's not like they're weakening each other. It's not like it's a swap deal that they send someone who's like they're sending someone who's like a female version of Raheem Sterling, is it? Like, it's not. I just don't get it. Mike, what do you think?
I've got a visual picture of Raheem Sterling now. It gives a visual on that one.
Yeah. What do you think, Mike, about it before we finish?
It's crazy. I think Grace, as I said, I saw the FA Cup final last year. Grace Clinton was the one shining light for United there. I can't believe that United want to move her on without something there being behind the scenes. Something going on with her. Whether she's already indicated. The BBC are saying she probably indicated she's not going to sign an extension to her contract. So she's going to wait to sell her now, or she's going to wait and then walk.
And the crazy thing, she gave up Champions League football as well.
Yeah.
I think that gets missed as well. Like, I know some of the conditions around Manchester United, the women's team isn't great and all that stuff. I completely get that, but Clinton has gave up Champions League football to go to City.
I never thought of that one. I forgot about that. So essentially, Jess Park is getting the better deal of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. All right, we'll wrap it up there because it's been a long show. So we tried to get as much in as we can, but obviously we'll be back. A lot more shows, a lot more content, and if there's any topics you guys want to talk about, like, as well, just drop us a message. Obviously, Jonesy will tell you where to find us because I always get it wrong. I end up merging the two names, and that's not a thing. So, like, end up being like the Arsenal women cannons or something. So I'll pass over to Jonesy, but I just want to say thank you all for your support. Thanks for the chat, and it's been a really good show.
Yeah, no, cheers, George. Yeah, like I say, you can find us on the Mr. Arsenal podcast. It's scrolling along the bottom there, and also George's channel, Arsenal Women Chat Show. There is a Discord as well, the Highbury Forever Legends, All Arsenal Hub as well. Join us on there. There's shows churning out all the time on there. Tomorrow we have the return of the WWE show. We also have the Cannon and Jonesy. Watch along on Saturday is with myself for the Lionesses game. And then obviously, George, you've got your show back next week, have you? On Monday and Friday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeet. I think Yeet. Yeah, Yeet.
Wicked. But yeah, you know where to find us. There's also an FPL. George is starting up as well. Has got it started up.
Yeah, that'll be. So that'll be advertised on X after the show, and it'll be in the WhatsApp groups that we're in. And if people are not in the WhatsApp groups and you want to join, because we do have the WhatsApp group for match day meetups and stuff like that, and so just reach out to us and we can get you added. So it's similar to what the Discord is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll drop the code for the fantasy football, and then we'll go from there. And hopefully you can enjoy that and not cheer if Martinez scores a hat trick again.
That's wicked. Cheers, George. And also, just so you know, guys, I am keeping a track of your predictions that you have given me, and I will do over the course of the season, and there'll be a prize at the end of the season for the person who gets the most right predictions throughout the WSL, which me and George will sort out.
Which won't be me.
No. There could be a wooden spoon for the worst person as well, so we'll see. But I just want to say thanks to everybody in the chat. Great interaction tonight, great comments, great questions. We couldn't do it without you guys as well. And obviously my wonderful panel. Mike, thanks for coming on tonight.
Yeah, good to see you all, guys. First time I've met you. Really enjoyed it.
Can I ask a quick question before we move on?
Yeah, go for it, Mike.
Yeah.
Why do they call you Soapy in cricket?
Because my surname's Soper, and that's just been. There is nothing untoward. There wasn't an incident with a bar of soap ever.
Oh, right.
No, it's nothing.
I didn't know if you went to bowl the ball and slipped on the soap or something. Right?
Yeah, no, it's nothing. Yeah, it's just literally a sort of it's based on my surname. Definitely nothing to do with a bar of soap.
Oh, that's boring.
No, I was going to say, it is boring. It is really tediously boring. You wanted the soap anecdote, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you do, guys, do come to the stadium. But obviously, I'm not advocating this, but obviously, there's the mugs do say North London is red, right, in the Emirates. So. This one left the stadium in my coat pocket once. You know, we've all got one, haven't we?
We have
we not?
We have.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I did leave Wembley when I watched Coldplay with the wristbands that light up because
Did you?
Austin forgot to tell me I was meant to take them off, so I just walked out with them. No one said nothing.
Just lighting up all the way down Wembley.
Yeah. I was like, what's up? Yeah. And Austin went, "Where's your wristband?" I went, "On my wrist." He went, "Oh, you meant to take them off?" I went, "I don't know."
And Laura, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. I know you have your WFC matchday vlogs as well on YouTube.
Starting back on Saturday, I'll be vlogging. So yeah, keep an eye out for them. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to that, and then you can keep.
And if you haven't, why bloody not?
Exactly.
because you might see the wonderful George on some of them. So
yeah, that's why they don't subscribe.
But yeah, thank you for having us on. I always love coming on when it's a good laugh, and yeah.
Cheers, thanks very much. And George, thanks a lot for co-hosting with me tonight, mate.
No worries, mate. It's good to be back doing co-hosting with you, mate. Really appreciate it. It was a good show. I just want to say as well, because he doesn't do this, but obviously if you see the shows, what we do with all the graphics, Jonesy does all of those graphics, so he deserves his flowers with that. He's absolutely brilliant at it. So remember, if you need graphic work being done, Jonesy's your man.
Yeah, I can also vouch for that because half of my graphic works is the same.
Yes,
it's true. I'm available for weddings, funerals, and bar mitzvahs. All right, so yeah, just give me
all on the same day as well, which is
all on the same day. I could spread myself around.
Yeah. We need a graphic, by the way, of me behind bars, according to somebody on the chat. I need to go to
I did see it. Just
for nicking cups.
Prison cricket as well. Someone put.
I've got the cup out in the background. Yeah.
But obviously, guys, come and join me Saturday if you're not at the game. We're doing a watch along, and hopefully 3 points to kick us off. Come on, you Gunners!
All right then.